Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Cocktail Hour. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm leaving that in. I actually have. I think you've heard it. We're all like get on the phone. I'm like, hello?
Yeah, it's your customer service.
Yeah, my customer. Thanks for calling Wells Fargo. How can I help you today?
You go, okay, lock the fuck in. Hey guys, thanks
Hey.
for tuning in.
Anyways, I am Meg.
And I'm Nikki. And if you're a vendor heading to a wedding this weekend, this episode is dedicated to you.
Today we're talking through friends who are always looking for a deal and wedding days where you may or may not be the dumbass. The way that I really had to think about what I was going to write when I grab these stories or these submissions to us and I go, how do I encapsulate this?
How do I say this?
Yeah, not in a nice way, but just how do I recap this? But before that, you know, my favorite part, I don't know if it's other people's favorite part. I do.
Everybody's fast forwards through this part, just like you fast forward through Love Island.
That's true. Well, if you fast forward through our updates, you can fuck off.
You're a bitch.
Why even listen?
Your mom's a hoe.
Whoever threw that, your mom's a hoe. But truly, this is what the podcast is all about. If we could not talk about weddings at all.
This is Cocktail Hour. This is what the Cocktail Hour
That's true,
is.
because at a cocktail hour, yeah, you might be like, oh my gosh, the bride and groom, they're stunning.
For a second.
Look at the florals. And then you're like, let me suck
You're like,
down
hey, what's
this
up with
apple.
you?
Yeah, what's up? How's that toenail fungus going? We'll get into it.
On the toenails.
We'll get into it.
You have toenail fungus?
No, I just have long toenails right now.
Okay.
So I'm kicking that over to you for your update.
Okay. It's not even an update. It's just something that I need to get off my chest is toenail stuff. Because the second I sat down in here, Meg was like, I said, I need to get a manicure because my nails are so grown out. And Meg said, I need a pedicure and I'm hiding my feet. Because I will judge a toenail. I don't care. I will look at a toenail and I will be yucked out.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're not starting a foot finder, so I'm not showing this to the people.
Let me see.
But like my toes still look good.
They do.
They're short. The nail is not above the skin. And what I mean by that is that my toenail does not reach above the point of where my toe skin, you can see it.
So she cannot use it as a weapon, is
Correct.
What she's saying.
So when I'm looking at a toenail, particularly on a female subject, I don't want to see the nail.
Yeah.
This isn't a fingernail. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
we don't want to see gel X extensions on
your toenail. I should be able to see. I don't want to see.
I just had to feel mine real quick.
Scared.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see the skin, like your actual toe, and see that top part there. And if your toenail is so long that it's extending beyond that, it's time for a fucking pedicure.
And you know what's funny specifically about me? I always have my nails done.
Yeah.
They're not like, I never really let my nails get that grown out. Well,
you
only
don't.
because they break and they hurt and whatever. It is crazy how long I will go between a pedicure.
I know.
And it doesn't faze me, honestly, until I like stub my toe because my toenail.
Or it starts slicing into your other toe.
Yeah. And I go, ugh.
Here's the thing. I don't always want to pay for a pedicure, but I will be meticulous about trimming these bitches at home. And I give Craig a pedicure.
Oh.
I have to. Otherwise, I'm sick. I don't want to see it.
Honestly, a pedicure is one of the easiest things you can do. You can sit on your phone. Getting my nails done for 2 hours is kind of a bitch because I'm like, okay, well, I want to be on my phone. I don't want to sit here.
It takes
But yeah,
long.
a pedicure. And it's very relaxing. They do a little
It's so nice.
massage. I know. I don't understand. The way the last 3 days I told myself, get a pedicure, and I just keep not
You're
getting
like,
one.
I know Nikki's coming over. I need
No,
to get my
literally.
toes done.
I was like, she's going to bully me. I can't do this.
It's one of those things for me, and I don't know why. I will look at your toes. And so maybe I should have started a foot finder because, like, clearly
they're meticulous.
I love to take care of a toe. I will say I made a foot finder joke at the gym and nobody laughed. And I said, this is not my crowd, not my audience. Yeah. We were talking about my nail lady, whatever. Some lady was one of my gym friends was asking for suggestions. This is during abs 7 minutes of abs after our full hour class workout. I don't know why we do that to ourselves. Ridiculous.
No
you
boy,
know, time.
no.
And we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, you should go see Jackie, my girl at Lifetime Nails in Plymouth off Nathan Lane. Shout out to Jackie. I've been seeing her for 15 years. She gives me the best pedicure I've ever had. So good I could start a foot binder. Went over everybody's head. And I was like,
do you think it went over their head, or do you think they heard what you said and they just didn't think it was funny?
I think it went over their head because that is funny.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a pretty funny person. I do think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I tried to make a joke to a group of teenagers the other day, and no one even cracked a little bit of a smile, and I've never wanted to kill myself more. I went, oh.
Yeah, it just didn't land. What was the joke?
It was, bless you.
Oh my gosh.
That was the most aggressive and cute at the same time.
I could not hold it in. It was coming on so fast. It's like a teenage boy feeling a tip for the first time. I couldn't do it.
See, I feel like that's a joke.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. No, I can't even remember what I said to them. I think it was something along the lines of me being scared of teenagers. And
okay, see, that's not funny to a group of teens.
Yeah, that's fair. But they looked at me literally like if they could string me up by my toenails, my long toenails, and just beat me with a stick, they would have done it. And I went, oh, okay. I really am afraid of teenagers, though. They walk in these groups at the Mall of America, and they're all matching. And they're all just like...
Remember the group of teenagers that were riding their electric bikes around Sylvia and Brian's second engagement session? Remember them? I could tell you had the fear of God in your eye. You were like, I don't know what these fucking kids are doing, which is fair because I don't know what they're doing either. And then our mindset, though, because we are... What do we say we are? What do we have?
We have a lot of
intrusive thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
We automatically go to like, okay, they're finding baby bunnies and beheading them. Mm-hmm. They're hitting homeless people. They're stealing from people. They're tripping the elderly. They're doing the worst things possible. When in reality, they're just riding their bikes. They're probably a big group of pussies. Yeah. And they're like, do you want my electric bike?
The worst thing, though, is I agree with all of the things that you just said. But at the top of my list, the first thing that I think about when it comes to teenagers is like, are they going to be mean to me? Because they just, number one, kids in general can say the most gut-wrenching, like
they don't care. They have no filter.
Yeah, they don't understand how much it's going to hurt you. And then teenagers just take it to another level because they like have learned swear words and stuff. And so they could match like, hey, fat ass with hey, fucking fat ass. And I go, I don't want to talk to you right now.
You scare me.
I remember how I wasn't mean when I was a teenager, but like if I felt like I was getting sass from someone, I sassed right back. Like no,
and meaner.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, you want a tango? Like I'm gonna ruin the rest of your week actually with what I'm about to say.
I'm gonna ruin your life,
yeah,
bitch.
Literally. So anyways,
okay, that was my toenail tangent. Thank you. I have a haircut scheduled for next week. What?
I'm just looking at your list now and I'm very excited. I'm like, what the fuck?
I have a haircut scheduled for next week.
What are you going to do?
So I have a couple of options here. I think that people should watch on YouTube so that you can see.
Agreed. Oh, yeah. We are back on video.
Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. So I was just listening to Giggly Squad 2 in the car on the way here. And they're like, if you're watching on YouTube, you can say, if you're watching on YouTube. And I was like, fuck. I need to get on YouTube right now so I can see these kittens. What's going on? And so, yeah, we're back on the tube, looking crazy because it's 6 a.m., but like, it is what it is. So anyway, I need layers in my hair. Mm-hmm. I don't have any. So I think I'm going to go for like a layered cut instead of chopping because I'm not ready, because I do have a face and a hair structure, bone structure and hair structure that will leave me looking like Lord Farquaad.
But such a cute Lord Farquaad.
No. Big Lord Farquaad face. Like, thick in the lower half of my face. It'll be Farquaadish. I'll have to pay for lip filler to just balance my face out. And I can't afford that right now. So we're starting small. We're going to add some layers. This is too many layers. This is like too butterfly choppy.
Yeah. I feel like if you put that up in a ponytail,
it's giving grunge.
Yeah.
It's giving like emo, and I'm not her. I'm not that girl. So
speaking of grunge really quick, I just watched for the first time in my life. I don't know if this would be grunge, but Goo Goo Dolls, Iris, the Don't Want the World to See Me. I saw them perform that in the rain.
Live?
Have you ever seen that? And it's pouring rain to the point where the people were like, "You're not going out on stage."
Did you just search this up on YouTube?
No, it came across my TikTok. I'm back on TikTok, y'all. I'm not happy about it, but I'll have to send it to you. I cried, and I don't give a shit about Goo Goo Dolls.
I don't either.
I've heard the song. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's a nice song and all. But literally, the stage managers or whatever were like, you cannot go on stage. And they're like, watch me.
Fuck it.
Watch me.
We're for the people.
I do agree, though, that haircut, I always think, and I wish I would have thought about this before I cut my hair, when you're working out or when you just want it off your shoulders, like things like that, you want it to still be manageable. Yeah.
So keeping the length, but a little more along the lines of that.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I am going to cut at least 2 inches off because my ends are dead. But
do you dye your hair or is it just naturally dark?
I dye it darker. My hair is naturally dark already.
Yeah.
I dye it darker. This is my natural hair color.
Gotcha.
So it's dark brown. I dye it black because I'm psychotic.
And I feel like a man right now because to me that doesn't look any different.
I dyed my hair the other day and Craig goes, I go, do you like my new hair color? He could have just said yes. He goes,
he's like, I don't tell the difference.
and I was like, oh, so you can't tell? He's like, honestly, I can't right now, but it looks great.
Yeah, no matter what, it always looks great.
And I was like, okay.
Do you dye it black yourself?
Oh, yeah. I don't pay.
The easier.
I do not pay for hair maintenance.
Yeah.
I dye my hair in my home every time. My mom was getting her hair colored like every 4 months. And I was like, you're insane. That's diabolical. I'm not doing that. I also cut my own hair usually. The last time I got my hair cut was a few months ago. I went in, asked for a trim, and that was it.
Yeah.
And it was like the most expensive fucking trim of my life, and I only needed it because I'd cut my hair at home and it was very uneven.
Yeah.
But previously to that, June 20th of last year was the last time I got my hair cut, and I only remember that because it was the day I made my viral TikTok on my podcast page and also got COVID. And that's literally the only way I remember that.
I figured you were celebrating Juneteenth with a haircut or something.
Well, I would have done it on the 19th.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
But yeah, the 20th was really just a doozy for me. I got kicked in the actual ass.
At least you had a viral TikTok.
Yeah.
That's a nice silver lining.
Yes. Thank you, TikTok gods. Thank you to my former cult. Thank you to my former cult father.
Sometimes I think about things like that happen in our lives where you go, God, I wish that didn't happen. But it also makes you the fun person you are today.
Yeah.
The trauma gives you the zhuzh,
you know,
the pizzazz.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a therapist to EMDR that out of my system again. But
I'll just do it. We'll YouTube it and I bet I could figure it out.
Oh, the EMDR?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to save some money for the both
Thank
of
you.
us.
Thank you so much. I'm also going to the dermatologist next week, which I'm excited. I haven't been to a dermatologist because I haven't had health insurance.
Oh, yeah.
In ages. When I have health insurance, these hoes are sick of me.
You're like, everything.
I'm in there. Mm-hmm. I'm meeting deductibles. I'm doing everything I can to get my shit straight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get back on meds and possibly try Accutane. Haven't decided yet, but my skin is OC out of control and I'm ready to get rid of that. Anyway, Craig and I went to Maryland for the 4th of July to visit his cousin who has a disease of sorts. I don't know. I guess it's actually not the pain syndrome that I thought it was. He thought it was initially, and they came back and said, hey, it actually looks like you are having progress and you have a different syndrome that I can't name.
Yeah.
But you will be able to recover at some point. It's just going to take a long time.
I mean, hey. we'll take it.
So we were visiting him because I thought he was dying.
Yeah.
He's not.
No,
So we
he's
did
fine.
shrooms instead.
Nice. Did you do shrooms and like go tourist, or did you do shrooms and just chill?
Oh, we chilled at home. I'm
Yeah.
not leaving the house on shrooms with two grown 47-year-old men who are like, I mean, I microdosed. Craig sort of microdosed a little, but he did more than he thought he did. And so he got to a point where he was like, okay, I think I did more than I thought I did.
This is why I'm such a baby. I could never. Not because in any way I look at it negatively. I would just be I'm a bitch baby.
Honestly, it was like an edible. It was like when you microdose it, it's
Yeah.
literally like an edible without the effects of being like very groggy and tired.
Fair.
You get very giggly. And that's what one of my friends said. I told her over Snapchat and she was like, you're going to get super giggly. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
I literally was just giggling. I didn't have any like effects where I was like seeing stuff or
That's
it
good.
did feel like things were like a little bit more vibrant or I was like more locked in. Craig was like, you wouldn't stop staring at me. And I was like, well,
I like what I like.
I like you.
Yeah.
So, but it was interesting. So you've never done shrooms? I had never either. So that was my first time.
The only thing I've ever done, and this was forced upon me, and when I say
Meth.
forced, I mean they suckered me and said like, hey, do you want some weed? And I was like, sure. And I was 17. I was at a house party.
17 is quite old. You're saying it like you are a 13-year-old child. You're like, I was 17, you guys.
Okay, well, for some people, 17 is an age where I still feel like a baby. But it was salvia. It was a hallucinogen.
Okay, yep.
Hallucinogenic, whatever. And when I tell you, there's a video of this somewhere. Thank God that there wasn't iPhones at that point. But there's a video of me flopping over in my chair, like my spine stopped working. And I come back up. And what I remember is circus music. And the garage door, because we were all in the garage door opened up like a big mouth and was like, rah, 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 and music.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I came out of it pretty quick. And I looked at my sister and I was like, we're fucking leaving. Like, I was so mad that I was tricked into that. And some other people were tricked into it and had really bad trips, like spiders everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Shit like that. And so
I like spiders, though. I'm not gonna
I've
lie.
always just been like, I can't do it. I can't
Yeah.
do it.
See,
I get too scared.
it was fun.
I always worry. Also, I'm a very addictive personality. I worry that I would like something too much. And then all of a sudden, next week you'll be like, well, Meg didn't show up for the podcast. Adam's like, she's downstairs on shrooms.
Yeah, she's touching the carpet. Like she's
With her
literally unwell. It's like that Get Him to the Greek movie with Diddy. Do you remember that when they're have you ever seen it?
No, I know what movie you're talking about, but I've never
gosh,
seen it.
You have to watch it. Maybe do some shrooms and watch it because they're tripping on something. They take something. I don't remember exactly what it is. They're tripping so hard and they're at like a Diddy party, which is so fucked up now.
That's
in
so
context.
fucked up.
And Diddy starts chasing them. I think he might also be tripping and hallucinating too. And he's like this monster. I might be making this up, but this is how I remember
I was like,
it.
were you on shrooms?
No,
when you
literally.
watched
This is how I remember it. Is he's like chasing them, trying to get them, and it's the craziest thing. And I should watch that on
I'll have to
weed or
try
something.
it.
That would be so fun.
Some bad faith actors in there. Not only P. Diddy, but Russell Brand, I feel like, has taken a turn.
I thought he took a turn for the better. I thought he got sober and found Jesus and like got clean.
I know, but now I think he's like MAGA. I think like
Is he?
some sexual assault allegations, which normally comes with MAGA, and not to alienate any of our listeners out there.
Clearly.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I could be making that up.
Anyway, so I'm on shrooms and my mom then calls me and is like, "Hey, I think Papa's gonna die." And I was like, okay, well,
Like, could this have waited until I got
put it
back?
on speakerphone and I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, okay, my mom does not handle medical conflict in the best way. Like, it's very overwhelming for her. Whereas somebody who has worked in the healthcare system for a long time, I know what to look for. I know how to deal with it. So even when the paramedics arrived, I was like fresh out of the shower. She's calling me and she's like, I need you to talk to the paramedics. Papa's having another sleeping episode. I need you to talk to them right now. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm in Maryland.
Yeah.
I don't
also sleeping
know.
episode. Does he just not wake up?
Correct.
So you think he's dead?
No, we don't think he's dead. He just
because you can like see him breathe.
Yeah,
okay, that makes sense.
So I'm talking to a paramedic, and then I was like, I'm gonna take shrooms. Maybe that was the next day. I don't remember exactly how it went, which is also a problem. But then she's calling me like, I don't think it's looking good. And I'm like, his vitals are fully stable.
Yeah.
He's breathing. He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's old. He needs his rest.
He's having a rest. They found that it might be like dementia related, where he has these episodes of like delirium. Also, he had super high blood pressure, which should have killed him. It was like 200 over 180. That's like dead. You're dead at that point. You're
crazy.
Dead. Yeah. So anyway, that was my weekend.
Glad Papa's doing good.
Yep.
Oh, so Nikki literally texted me, I don't know, on Monday or something.
It was Sunday because I got dropped off straight from the airport. Craig and I went straight to the hospital. From the airport.
And she texted me a picture of Papa, and then like
I'm like this
3 different text messages about random things too, and I was like, this is
literally
the
nothing relating to him, but
yeah, I felt very jerked around, not in a bad way, but I was like, I'm concerned that her grandfather is dead, and I'm also trying to answer this work-related question.
Listen, I would tell you, that would be the only text if he was dead.
That's fair.
If I'm like having fun with it, which he was having fun with it too, we started. One thing about my Papa, maybe I'll try to get this on video at some point. He's a dirty old man. Yeah. He's like a 90-year-old. He's so cute. He's so sweet. But like you tell him, I think I was watching a show and I was like, this motherfucker. And he starts cracking up. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like a fucking dying robot. Literally cracking up. So I looked at him and I said, you're a motherfucker. And I whispered it to him and he goes, you're a motherfucker. And I don't remember what else he said, but then he was like, we were just calling it. He said, I said, you're a mother bitch. And he said, you're a daughter bitch. Yeah.
You're like, that's your daughter, actually.
And I was like, yeah, I am. You're right. So anyway, that's my update. We were going to briefly talk about Love Island because we're both watching it. Meg fast forwards through all of the challenges, every episode.
They're so awkward. I can't watch you spit milk into
Okay, but that's an old one. And they always do one gross food one every season, and that's it.
Fair. Okay, even the one, like the other one that I watched in full where I was like, okay, was the baseball one, like each base, you know what I mean? And it's like you slide up on there
and then you're humping them and then you're doing this.
It's so awkward to me where I go like, and it's awkward, I think, because I'm always thinking, and I wish it wasn't this way, I'm always thinking about what is realistically happening. Are these people realistically having fun, or are they on a show and the producer said, put a fucking smile on your face,
right,
and be as aggressive as you can? And I really struggle with that, even though I am entertained by this show. I'm always thinking about, how is it cut together? What are producers telling these people to do?
What are we not seeing?
Exactly.
Because one thing that we had just talked about was that Sierra got sent home.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, did you see the first episode with the first girl? She got sent home, Yulisa.
Yeah. I can't remember why. I wasn't paying that
she was on a podcast dropping the N-word heavy.
Really?
Me and my N-word, me and my this, and like, yes. Like, blatantly.
Y'all.
And so with Sierra, so she got sent home for that.
Yeah.
She was on one episode, or maybe 2. Sierra made it this far, and then she had said something related to the Asian community about her eyes and how they were, a specific type of way.
Yeah.
And they sent her home.
What I think is the funniest part of all of this, not to say any part's funny, it's not funny to use derogatory language. And here's what I'll say, and I saw a TikTok about this and I couldn't agree more, because I'm sure Sierra or other people are going to be like, well, she was just describing the shape. And I was like, okay, but you're using a word that was used negatively toward that group of people.
Right.
And you're also expressing something you don't like about yourself, and you're using that word. So no, it's not okay. I don't care if you think it's funny, whatever. I don't care if you're 1% Asian. Like, I don't care. But the funniest part of all of this to me is whatever king or queen had this screenshot and has saved it.
For this moment.
For this moment. Literally. I'm like, that is diabolical. You know I love a diabolical. And here's what I'll tell some of you hoes out there. I have the craziest screenshots of shit you've posted. And I sit on them like a mother goose. And I'm waiting.
If you ever go on Love Island,
I'm waiting
Meg's releasing
for you to run for president. I'm waiting for you to go out on Love Island so I can be like, look at this hoe.
Oh, hey.
Look at this hoe.
You guys remember in 2017?
I'm really hoping no one has screenshots of things I say. I'd really love for
that.
that.
We can't become famous.
Yes. I've thought about that. I don't know. Adam and I were talking the other day about politics, and he's like, maybe you should go into politics. I said, I'd rather die. And also, like, that would come back to bite me in the ass so hard. They'd be like, didn't you, like, sleep with a wrestling coach when you were in high school? And I'd be like, shit, you're right. I'm out of this race.
Yeah, but that's not on you. That's
also,
on
I
him.
do agree, but that's not how the world works. They'd be like, no.
One thing I will say with cancel culture, I'm all for people taking accountability. And I think, like, yes, you should be removed from the show and everything. But I don't agree with the level of online bullying that is happening.
Agreed.
I'm afraid this girl's going to come home and kill herself.
Yeah.
Genuinely. She's going to get her phone back. If that were me, I would consider it because I'm mentally unstable. And I could not handle that level of, like, going from being in a villa with all of these people that you think are your friends, and then you have this happen, you leave. Not only are you experiencing online bullying, she said people have been calling ICE on her family, trying to get her family deported. I think they're all legal citizens, but, like, that's the level of shit that's, like, that's so
crazy.
evil.
Or when people get doxxed, and we've talked about that before. Yeah.
And that's like, I understand wanting people to take accountability. Me more than fucking anybody. I talk about what has happened to me in my life on TikTok so publicly, hoping that one day my former church community and stepdad will take accountability for being cult leaders, horrible extortionists, money launderers, disgusting people. Okay? But I'm not doxing them.
Yeah.
Do I think they should go to jail? Yes. But I'm not doxing them. And I just think this girl is going from one situation into the real world. And then on top of it, she has to see the man that she thought she was going to close out the show with.
Yeah.
Couple up with her best friend in the house.
The fact that they literally closed off their relationship and then the next
gone.
day it's like, you got to get. And I agree with you. Having America hate you, I don't like one person. Like, even if I don't like you, I don't like if you don't like me back.
Yeah.
The thought that America hates
America.
you,
all of America.
No matter where you go, people are going to be pointing whatever. Funny enough, I just shot a wedding a week or so ago. Who's the guy with the sister from Minneapolis?
I know what you're talking about. I saw that you had posted.
No, not those two. Funny enough, 2 weekends back to back, ran into those two at a wedding. But a wedding guest of mine was the guy with the sister who kept saying his sister didn't like the girl. Dave, yeah. And Dave was a wedding guest. He was a really good friend of the groom. And I was just thinking about him, and I was like, God, I bet he doesn't even want to come to things like this. And it's a good friend of his, so of course he's going to come. But people were telling him to kill himself on Facebook. And I was like, or on Instagram. I was like, that's insane.
Yep.
I purposefully, maybe this is dumb, but I purposefully would walk around him before I was taking candids. Like, I purposely didn't take pictures of him because I was like, I don't want him to think
or feel
weird. I was like, I'm gonna let that man be.
Yeah, let him live.
Because I couldn't imagine what that feels like.
Yep.
But also, again, the whole cutting the show together, this Nalandria situation, Nick and Nalandria, I go, maybe it's because I fast forward through so much of the show. I never saw any kind of connection between them, and now everyone's shipping them hard
in this girl's face
and
as she's
like,
home, probably crying herself to sleep every day, which is
you bring
sad,
out the man in me or whatever, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I have not seen anything. She's been going hard for bitch ass Jordan this entire time. Taylor, sorry, Taylor this entire time, and I'm like, also, I think he's a piece. She has been like pining for him, and to me, he's the most unattractive in the entire show. And I'm just being
Here's the
petty.
thing, though. He just doesn't like her. And I think that's fair.
But I wish that he would have just been like, yeah.
I feel like he should have done that. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like he wasn't giving her much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he also saw it as a way to stay on the show,
Right.
to continuously be coupled up with her. And so, yeah, and I think she's absolutely stunning. And I'm like, now her and Nick, I don't get it. Yeah,
we'll see what comes of it. We haven't watched last night's, or
do you have a
whatever's
favorite
episode.
couple right now?
Okay.
Or a couple that
Hot
was?
take. I used to like Hannah and Pepe because I
Yeah.
love Pepe, because that man. I don't say this about men usually, because when it comes to men, we've talked about this on the pod, physical attraction is really hard for me to just be like, oh, you're hot. I think you're hot. I can't float that way. One of my friends was like, yeah, TJ's really cute. And I'm like, I don't like his personality. To me personally, I don't like it. Like, I'm not with it.
As a Hoyt, all those Hoyt boys look the same to me. They all look the same to me.
Well, Elan and Nick
Elon,
same.
TJ, they all, to me, I'm like, eh.
But Pepe, his personality and his beauty and grace,
yeah,
I'm with it.
What do you think about Shelly and Ace?
No, I hate them.
Yeah.
Leave. Get off my screen.
I'm
just over it.
Someone made a really good point. I can't remember what I was watching. Now, mind you, this is my first season. So how it's going down is how I assume the show goes down. And people said, no, the point of the show and what used to make it so good is that people were really trying to find love.
Yes.
And the drama would just bubble up on its own.
Yes.
But they were like, what's happening now is people are getting eliminated because people are going, well, you just found a connection really quickly.
Yep.
And we think it's important for you to explore everybody. And it's like,
that's not the point of the show.
Point. It's to find someone. I do agree that Huda and Jeremiah were not
toxic. They were toxic.
They were never
that was not
work.
healthy.
Yeah, that was not gonna work. But like for everybody else, I'm just like
Hannah and Pepe, they seem so happy. I don't know if you saw that spit to start scene where she spit on her hand.
Yeah.
They were getting it on.
I think Hannah and everybody, I gotta be honest, I thought was cute. Because first she was with London, can't remember his name.
Yeah, Charlie.
And then it was
Pepe. It was Pepe.
Wasn't she with someone else?
Nope. Because America voted out Charlie to
Oh, yeah.
put
And
her
then
with
she
Pepe.
did the cry and then the Pepe thing. Okay, yeah.
But I love Amaya Papaya. I think
Yeah.
she's so cute. I do think she's an innocent, cute girly.
Yeah.
But I ship Iris and Pepe now. I do.
I like Iris.
Like it.
She just seems nice.
And normal.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for in people, by the way.
Me
I don't
too.
care if you're a reality TV star or a politician. I would like you to
Please be
seem like a
normal.
normal human.
Because that's how we seem.
Yeah. Probably just to ourselves.
Anyway, so sorry. That was my very long 40-minute recap.
Wait, you have one more. Car.
Oh, yeah. We're just looking for a new car. I don't know.
Okay.
That's nothing special.
Do you have your eye on anything specific?
No. I can't
You
even.
You want a Subaru?
No, I don't want to get mistaken for a lesbian on the daily.
That's what my dad says all the
My
time.
nose is already pierced on the right-hand side. That is
Yeah.
a big trait in the LGBTQ community, or I guess lesbian and gay community.
Really?
Yes, piercings on the right side. When I went to go get my nose pierced or re-pierced, because I've had it pierced a few times, the piercing artist man guy goes, "What are you, a lesbian? You're getting it on the right side?" And I was like, okay, well, that's just that's the side I like to be photographed on. That's the side I preferred it. But thanks for making me question everything. So yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing. Good to know.
Yep.
Okay, my update. I signed back up for my AMC Stubs rewards. Where
when did you cancel it? Like a week ago?
Many moons ago.
Okay.
No, because I just wasn't going to a lot of movies. And now we've been going to so many that I'm like, I'm just going to do it again. If you don't already know, AMC, if you're listening to this, I want a fucking affiliate code. That AMC Stubs, A-list, whatever, you can go see. It's $25 a month. You can go see 3 movies a week. That is 15 movies for $25. IMAX, Prime, like whatever you want to do.
Do you feel like enough new movies come out, though, in the time period to see 15 movies a week?
No, but if you even see one movie, it pays for itself.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
If you see 2, you've already made money. Made money is relative. But so we went and saw the new Jurassic Park movie, or Jurassic, I don't know what they're calling it nowadays, Resurrection, Rebirth,
whatever.
Renaissance. It was okay. Here's what I'm seeing with these movies, and I really didn't want to see it originally because if you have good dinosaurs, they end up dying in a bad way.
Sad.
It's so fucking
heartbreaking.
sad. I'd rather see humans
It's like a big dog. Me too.
Or you see scary dinosaurs and they are doing the killing. And although the movie was like very action packed and whatever, I'm just like, I don't know if these dino movies are my vibe.
They're not my thing.
Yeah. So, and we also got in late too. We didn't like pick our seats originally. And so we had to sit in that like first section of the theater. Now the seats were reclined. So really it was a great view, but it was still very like these giant ass dinosaurs in your face.
Killing kids and shit.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend spending $25. Just watch it at home.
Yeah. Okay.
It was one of those movies I thought I should see in the theater and it wasn't worth it. But, and then we already talked about, we went and saw F1, talked about that. But I'm just trying to get back in my movie theater girly era.
Yeah.
Even if it's just myself, I will just go relax and watch a movie. I've honestly been considering, and I don't know if the movie theater would appreciate this, if I go like matinee, first showing of the day, go sit in the very back row, and if no one's up there with me, I'll bring my laptop and I'll just edit.
That's a great idea.
If no one's up there, no one's the wiser.
The problem that I run into is that I need an outlet. I need to plug my computer in.
My computer will last probably a good 2 hours without it.
I need a new laptop.
Yes, you do. Okay. We are actually going to do submissions today. So these were actually submitted directly to us. I didn't pull these from the old TikTok. So I'm going to throw it over to you first and foremost.
All right, kids. This one is titled Family Photo Debacle.
Before you start, let me preface. I did not submit this. I have no, like, I read this and I go, Nikki's going to laugh and think that I had something to do with this. I was laughing because and I'll talk about why it pertains to me, but go ahead.
Help. Wedding photographer here, and I had a bride come back after a gallery was delivered asking for more family photos. Backstory. I send a pre-wedding questionnaire to all couples that includes their family photo shot list where I have the couple list out all of the combos they want. After they do this, we have at least 2 calls to go over their timeline where I have the family photos included so they can verify I have everyone accounted for that they want. So, after the gallery was delivered, she sent me a message asking for more family combo photos. How? I expressed to her that I included all the combos on her list in the gallery. She came back saying she figured there would be more options to choose from and more different combos with her and the groom and their family. Again, I sent her the list. Stating I followed what she had signed off on. Anyway, now I have an upset bride because she didn't get all the combos she wanted. Is this just a one-off or how are we avoiding this? I thought I checked all my boxes, having them fill out their list and having them verify multiple times the list that they provided to me. Is she just an idiot or am I an idiot for taking one posed family photo, delivering 2 photos for each combo listed, 1 horizontal and 1 vertical, and not changing up where everyone stands for each family photo? Frustrated photographer here. There's a peace sign at the end.
So I am going to jump in on this one only because this has happened to me 2 times, but in different ways. And I want to talk about one of them I'll talk about both of them, but one of them, I'll never forgive what they said to me, what they did to me. Elephants never forget. And This was in my very first year, and I still harbor great resentment. Number 2, the second situation happened, and it is what it is. The bride is quite literally the sweetest. We're working through it. But the first one, same thing. They gave me a list. I double checked it multiple times. We did, and it wasn't like just a few. Like there was a good 15.
It was a list.
It was a list. Yeah, there's a good 15. This, again, my first year as a wedding photographer, and they got their photos back, and the mother of the groom reached out to me, sending me the most scathing DM I've ever received in my entire life.
DM like on Instagram?
Facebook, actually.
Okay.
Because that's what Karens use to fucking communicate. And mind you, I never talk bad about clients or anybody. But this, it was years ago, and I'm going to talk about it now. But I got a huge a message essentially like, there's a family photo that we wanted without grandma. They have the photo. It just has grandma on the end of it, and she is livid. She's like, this is absolutely unprofessional. I'm going to make sure everybody in this business knows who you are. La, 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 la. Like, she went off on how disappointed they are. And I was like, huh? Okay. So I got this. I then messaged the bride instead of messaging her because I'm like,
Yeah,
you seem insane. So I emailed the bride. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to check on this. This is the DM that I got. I'm not sure what's happening. Here's the list that I had to work off with. I'm not sure if you want to talk with her. I'm thinking the bride's going to come back and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, my mother-in-law's a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
No, she comes back and she goes, yes, our entire family's very disappointed that you did not get la 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 la. And I went, back it up. So I sent her the list that she signed off on multiple times. She did not care. She did not care. And I was just like, okay, so I paid the money to go have grandma removed, like photoshopped out of there because I wasn't going to do it well. So I paid like $50 to some Yahoo to do it, delivered it to them. They're still not happy. Like, it was a whole thing.
Block.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm about to take down your gallery right now. I would never do that. But here's what I'll say, any wedding professional out there, even if you run into a situation like that where it's clearly not your fault, try to take a breath and think about, okay, but how can I avoid this in the future? How can I avoid this in the future? Right. So what I started doing after that is I would make comments to couples. And I actually even put it in the questionnaire where they give me their family members' names or like a list that they already have. I even put in there, hey, it may not be a bad idea to run this by your parents just to see if there's any additional combinations they want to avoid issues. Do I think it's necessary? No, I think parents should go like fuck off. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm not wanting to get yelled at again by a mother-in-law. The second time this happened was just recently, and I don't think anyone was in the wrong. I think there were just things we could have done differently on both sides. And again, I try to recognize that and go, okay, how would I avoid this again? And it wasn't this situation, but it was like, hey, everyone's busy. I never got a list. You know, we tried to piecemeal one together. We even checked in on the day to be like, hey, what other family photos do we want to get? Do we want to get an extended? And by that point, the couple just wants to enjoy their day and they're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then after the fact of the wedding, they go, oh shit, I wish we would have got XYZ. So in that moment, again, I don't think anyone was in the wrong, but I go, Meg, how will you avoid this again in the future? And I might be more aggressive before the wedding.
Yep.
And I don't like to be aggressive, but I might just be like, hey, I need a list from you, or I cannot promise anything. I cannot, like, on the wedding day, things will get missed in terms of family combinations, if you will, because I don't know who your family is. So I wish that I would have been incredibly aggressive, but still we're working together, and the couple's been super nice. They've been like, shit, is there anything we can do, like XYZ, we forgot all this stuff. So those are my two situations of like family photos.
Now I want to add a clause to my contract specifically for photos like that are planned, you know, the posed portraits that say, unless you know, what's in your list is what is going to be delivered to you.
Yeah.
Granted, if a couple asks on the day of the wedding, hey, can we actually do this combination instead? Of course. Yeah. Duh. Sure. However, if you don't ask and that's not in your list of photos that you provide to me, and then you come back and blame me, oh no, baby. No. That's going to be my contract.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, we working on that.
And how am I supposed to know of your rogue uncle?
I don't know your family.
I have no idea.
I don't know you.
Yeah. So it's tough. And I do try. I list on the questionnaire that says like, hey, either if you want to give me a combination list or give me who's in your immediate family, I'll make kind of common combinations and then you can amend it from there. But again, I'm a realistic person where I go, everyone's so busy, especially when you're planning a wedding, you're working a full-time job. Like that might be one of those things where they keep saying like, I'll get to it. And it just never happens. So
what I do is immediately after a client books me, I send them a working Google document that has that list included on it.
Yeah.
That I've already pre-made a common combo list for family photos. And I say, just input the names here. Yeah. And if you have additional combos, add it to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you have a year to work on it, and I'll remind you via email, but that needs to be done before our last call.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I wish I would have been more aggressive. You live and you learn.
Yeah.
But in this
for
situation,
you're not at fault.
You're not at fault, but you take away. You go, how am I going to make sure this does not happen again? You bring it up to them, kind of like you said, hey, if they're not listed, they're not happening. What do you want me to do? We're not going to have more if you didn't list them. I don't know if you hate your sister. And I'm just like, get your sister together. Like, let's go get a family photo.
And here's the thing, like asking a client asking a photographer, can you do this? Can you do this? If the photo wasn't taken, I'm not a magician. Yeah. I can't, if I don't even have a photo of your great uncle Gary to Photoshop in, and you're just trying to send me something from 1972 to make a part of the photo, I am not a magician, for one. And for two, it's not my job.
Yeah.
Number 3, will I go above and beyond for you if you're very sweet and nice to me and you are just asking? Like, I had a bride who was like, hey, I really want to gift my mom a photo for Christmas, and I want to include my stepdad who had passed away in our family photo, who wasn't able to be at the wedding. Do you know of any platforms that can Photoshop this, or would you be able to, and like, I'll pay you? Baby girl, you're not paying me a thing.
Yeah, it's like we'll get it done.
Yes. And I was like, you do not have to pay me. And then it was the sweetest thing. She sent me a video of her mom opening the frame with her mom's reaction. And I was like, yeah, this is what it's all about. But if you're going to be a crazy bee and start messaging me and harassing me and my business and threatening me and my business,
especially for something I didn't do wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. There's not a chance. Yeah. I'm blocking you. We're shutting it down. And if you want to come for me, I will get a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, this bride in particular, again, she's the sweetest soul. But yeah, if she would have came to me crazy, I would have been like, okay, I don't know what to do for you.
Yep. Exactly.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry. Okay. Next submission. This is, will you bring your camera? So, listening to your newest podcast and you chat about friends looking for a deal. This is 1000% true, and I'm so fed up with this. When I was still in college, just starting out, my good friend asked me if I wanted to shoot her wedding. I was excited for the opportunity, and this was my first solo wedding. I had been second shooting, though, for a few years. So I only charged $1,200, which felt good at the time. Since 2 other friends have asked me to shoot their wedding, and this is 3 years later, I now start at $3,000. Baby girl, raise those prices. They're looking for the same discount, and I now feel trapped because I shot 1 gals for this price and they are my close friends. And I don't want to be hustling them, but I'm pissed they keep asking because it is a lot of work to shoot a wedding and they don't realize. I just want to say no and enjoy their wedding as a guest. I do understand that it is their day and they can do what they want, and I totally respect that. But these are my close college friends, and this feels like their way to involve me without having me be in the wedding, which I also get angry about. How do you handle this? There are still 3 friends to get married, and I need to set a boundary without making everyone angry. I did one person's wedding for cheap, but I am now charging more than double to someone else. An angry photographer who is trying not to burn any bridges. Thoughts?
My thoughts are, if you don't feel comfortable telling your friends what you charge and why, and if they don't understand that you need to make a living and this is how you do it, and that your pricing at $3,000 is actually very reasonable in this market, then those aren't your friends.
Oh, great.
Those are people who are using you and looking for you to just take pictures at their wedding for cheap because they're looking for a deal. Someone is trying to, if anything, they're hustling you. Yeah. You're not hustling them. Yeah. If anybody is looking to you, trying to make you lower what you could potentially make if a different couple booked you on a day that you could be working full price, they're hustling you. And they're cheating you out of money, and those aren't your friends. And I think that's a problem.
And I'm always on team, like, you should be paying me more.
Yeah.
You should be paying me more because you support my business that much. And maybe that's petty, but it's like friends asking for deals. Now, when I first started my photography business, oh yeah, like let's pull up for a quick session because I'm practicing.
Yeah.
But if one of my family members, Haley, I'm talking to you, my sister, I know she wants me to shoot her fucking wedding for free, but it just feels like you should be paying me more because you know how good I am at this point, and the fact that I would be losing money by shooting this. Now it's my sister, and it's the one sister that I think will get married. No offense to the other, but I'll probably do it because it'll be my one family free thing. But like, yeah, even you, like if you came to me asking for me to shoot your wedding for free, I'd be like, bitch,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't, for free? That's tough.
Yeah, those aren't your friends.
No. I also think, I don't know if you've ever had this, but I have been in situations where I feel like maybe I wouldn't be here if I didn't have my camera with me. Like if I did not provide that, would people be so willing, like events or like dinners and stuff like that, where I'm
to
like,
invite you.
yeah, I'm like,
You
would I
mean?
even be here if I was not snagging a few pictures?
You
for the
would.
social
Don't
media?
undervalue yourself.
But you never know. You never know. I also, this will be my time to call out because this is on my mind. I wish it wasn't, but it has definitely been in the last few years. In this business, not even like your friends outside the business, but in this business, let's say, sometimes I feel like if I wasn't making people money, would we be friends or whatever? And I feel like I've seen that in the past where like the moment I stop hiring someone, we no longer speak at all. And I'm just kind of like,
It feels very transactional.
very transactional. And here's the thing, I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay having like work colleagues, like these are my colleagues or whatever. But when it definitely feels like, oh yeah, you're friends or whatever, but then if you're not making someone money or if you're not doing something for them that benefits them and you hear from them less and less and then not at all, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, well now I'm definitely not going to hire you. I don't need you to be my friend. But yeah, like you said, it feels very transactional and very just kind of like, okay, so there was one reason that you were in my DMs making conversation, and now that I'm not Venmoing you every other
for me
week
to stay top of mind or something.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't need to be
We'd
top
still
of
be
mind.
friends.
Would
I mean,
we?
we're still friends. We don't even work together that much, truthfully.
That's true. I also do think that we'd be friends.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Wouldn't it be funny if I'd be like, no, actually, I
You
wouldn't
literally
be your
would.
friend at
Would
all.
we? Like,
We're a very interesting friend group, though, just because,
big group.
yeah, big group, the two of us. But I think like we both have so much going on.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
also have other friends, but also we're tired. Like we're old in
We're
comparison.
very
to the rich.
understanding
Yeah.
of the lives that we each live.
Yeah.
And carry out. And
Yeah.
like, would we see each other often? No.
No.
If we weren't podcasting? No.
No.
But would we make time to say like, hey, maybe like once a month, let's
Yeah.
plan to get together and do a happy hour? Absolutely.
Yeah. If we didn't have
or like a
this-
trip or something. Like
Yeah.
we would do that.
I agree.
But like,
It's because I know we've joked about this before. I can feel, and I don't actually ever feel negative, but I could like see you out at drinks and be like, God, Nikki and I should get drinks. But I don't see you getting drinks with someone and be like, why the fuck did I get an invite? I'd be like,
that's so nice of you.
but also, I don't send out invites because I'm so tired. I
Yeah.
don't do anything.
Yeah.
I literally work my ass off.
And I don't want to, really.
No, literally. Now, is that not to say like, hey, when it's not busy season, like, yes, let's go sit at a
Yes.
coffee shop or let's go get a cocktail.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that you and I are those friends where I'm like, we don't have to see each other every other day for me to know
We
that
get
like
it.
I literally could FaceTime you and yap for an hour about the craziest
and meme
shit.
back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
and one last thing I'll say about this one after reading it, these are young girls. These are
Yeah.
young girls because she's talking college friends.
Yeah.
That's my assumption. There's still three friends that need to get married, blah, blah, blah. These sound like early 20s,
20s, yeah.
mid 20s, young 20s girls. Like,
Yeah.
First of all, stop getting married. Like, live out your 20s. Be a hoe.
Yeah, one of the
Like,
best things my
what?
crazy father ever said to me is he said, wait until you're 30 or later to
Yes.
get married.
Like-
And that's no shit. We love all of our couples, but like my dad was like, you change so much as a person
You do.
that it's no one's fault if you get married young and get divorced. He goes, it's not your fault if it happens. Like hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does,
As
you're-
someone with personal experience
Yeah.
in that area who got married at 22 and divorced at 28.
Yeah.
Like,
You're very different people. And I don't think your frontal lobe's fully developed.
it's not.
Until-
And life changes
Yeah.
so incredibly much from 20 to 30.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you feel like such an adult at 20.
Oh, God.
But now at
looking back.
Oh, yeah. You're like, and you're playing house and you're just like, yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, 22-year-old Nikki was a baby.
Yeah.
Even
at 32, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's
I'm a baby. I
happening.
just graduated high school, you guys. Like, what? I don't know.
You want to give me a car loan?
Yeah.
I don't even know what
I don't even know what that is, okay?
Okay, so last thing I want to do before we end this episode is listen to something we got tagged in yesterday. Now I'm going to give some context and then we'll listen to it. So this guy, Jeremy Liu, funny enough, the video that someone stitched and is now dragging him, I commented on his original video before any of this happened, because what Jeremy is doing is he is mad about a different photographer who's kind of putting out rage baity videos on the internet. It's this guy with a British accent. I'm sure you've seen some of his videos where he's just like, fuck these flat lays. And he's like, you know, fuck giving your photos to the vendors, the other vendors. You don't have to do that, like all this stuff, right? And I've even commented on that guy's videos being like, look, I get what you're saying, but also like
Cool it
a little bit. Like, you know, this is aggressive.
Tone it down.
I commented on Jeremy's video and I go, yeah, that British photographer, like it's just rage baity videos, right? Well, he's now since taken down his video because someone stitched it and said, well, I'd rather this British guy be aggressive than how you try to get people to laugh at sessions. Okay, so that's the context. So this girl, what you're going to listen to here is this girl sharing videos of how this guy tries to lighten the mood at sessions, okay?
Tell me when you play. Count me down. Okay. Make sure your volume's up.
Hold on.
Oh, that was me?
No, that was me. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Right? People, their bullshit is just going to get caught out because he's saying some things and it's really starting to get to like into my nerves. And
I don't know, Jeremy. I think I would rather have a wedding photographer explain to my guests to do an Irish exit and not interrupt our dance floor time just to say bye, than have a photographer tell me to think something a little racist to get me to chuckle. Jeremy's videos have always given me the ick. I don't know why I haven't blocked him yet. I'm not going to block him now that I'm making a video about him because I think that behavior is weird. But I will show you guys a few clips of what I'm talking about.
like something over there. Just think about something a little bit racist. Good. Nothing too racist. And I think it's fun. I mean, it's just not fun to be racist, but like we have our differences. You're rubbing lotion for hydration purposes. Just smile. Look down at your hands. Do you have a favorite kind of lotion, Tyler? That's okay. I want you to think about something a little bit racist. Just a little bit. Don't get weird. Just think about Jesus. Good. Are we church people? No. Oh, got it. Cool reaction to Jesus. Yeah, Milan. It was about it. All I want you to do is think about dead puppies. Right, Casey? Just super dead. Perf. He's Asian. He's fine. He gets it. There, babe. Love that. Oh. Are you on Snapchat?
Cut my heel in half and move it over a whole inch.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Is that just not gonna, your feet finder career, is that over? You never know, actually. I mean, it could be a subgenre. My daughter is 18 as well. You got a boyfriend? How's that going?
Right.
You guys gonna get married? No, Taylor, the answer is no. Did you guys know that little people, little men, they have the same size genitalia as regular guys? Perfect. Everybody think about something a little bit racist. Yeah. I mean, if I was your boy, I mean, I'm married. Like, I should be, when my wife has pictures done, I'm there. I don't want to say, like, if I was your boy, like, that's not what I meant, you know?
To sum it all up, Jeremy, I think it's weird that your go-to line to get people to chuckle is to tell them to think about something a little racist. It's not giving what you think it's giving, and call me sensitive, I don't care. I just think it's weird, and it's probably going to make your clients more uncomfortable than anything, which might lead to them chuckling, which, okay, if that's how you want to go with it, that's how you want to go with it.
So, first thing I want to say, the think about something racist is probably the least alarming thing we heard on that video.
100%.
These are clearly, not all of them, but clearly high school or college.
Underage girls.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, when I saw it, Nick, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. I cannot believe that that has gone on so long and that the clients have not like posted videos about this. And
What's
he's put up
crazy, yes, is that he's the one putting these fucking videos up.
I know. My face last night, I was like, oh
but
my
also,
God.
these are kids who are at these sessions clearly by themselves. Where the fuck is your mom or your dad? If I have an 18-year-old, 17-year-old daughter, I don't give a fuck. I'm not sending you off into the woods to get your pictures taken with some clearly pedophile, creepy man.
Legit, this is where man versus bear comes in again.
Give me the bear.
And my thing is the video where he's like, little people have the same size genitalia.
That was at a wedding
That
with
was at
a
a
group
wedding.
of women.
And they don't,
Nobody laughs.
No one laughs. I don't even think I saw anyone crack a smile. And I'm like, why would you do this? And why would you post these of yourself?
And how do you have a business that clearly you are getting client after client? How are you? How?
I thought you'd appreciate that one. And the worst part, again, is that he had posted a video like saying, hey, this English guy's this Brit is real aggressive. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I immediately go to fucking delete my comments. I'm like, oh, clearly this guy's insane. So I go to delete my comment and he has deleted the video. But unfortunately, not unfortunately for him, not for us, the internet never forgets.
No.
Like, people have stitched this. People have recorded your videos.
Downloaded it.
They are about to be all over the internet. I do not doubt that this will be all over the internet and it will take over TikTok very quickly.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't do this.
What's the @ for that?
For the guy?
Or for the person that we just read the stitch, it's at Randy Zan's photo, RANDIZANS photo. And then the photographer himself is Jeremy Liu, JERAMIE, because why wouldn't you spell your name like a freak ass?
Yeah.
Jeremy Liu.
So thanks for sharing to Randy Zan's photo. Yeah. I just had to surprise you with that one.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. I really greatly appreciate that.
Way to cap off the episode.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Thanks for joining this cocktail hour. Don't forget to subscribe, review the pod wherever you listen.
And make sure you follow along with us on social media at cocktailhour.podcast and submit your stories or questions to the link in our bio. Everything is anonymous. And also, if you see anything viral like that video, send it to us. Send us anything that you're like, hey, you guys should really talk about this because that shit is crazy.
That's crazy. And it needs to be talked about. So we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.